Hello, good morning, how are we? It's good to see you, friends. Cheers to not writing for 6 months. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a few things that I've been reflecting on during my writing break, and then a few takeaways that I hope will also help you if you're ever in a similar situation. If you're new here, I'm Megan. I'm a professional writer, published author. It has been a minute since I last wrote anything new and creative. You already know I'm going to talk to you today about what I learned when I took 6 months off from writing. Actually, it's probably been about 8 months, but let's just stick with 6 because I feel better about that. Okay. I didn't really mean to take this much time off of writing, but as I'm sure a lot of you have experienced, sometimes when you don't set deadlines for yourself, you don't have any goals to work towards, it can be easy to just fall out of the habit. So if you're anything like me, when you take time off of writing, you might start feeling a little bit guilty. There's so much talk in the writing community about how valuable it is to work every day and write every day and move towards your goals every day. And I'm a very goal-driven person. If y'all have seen any of my other videos, you know that I like a plan and I like a goal and I like to organize my thoughts and my work and my projects. But what all that talk about writing every day does, at least for me, is makes me feel kind of guilty when I don't write every day. Makes me kind of feel like I'm not really a writer unless I'm writing every day. Which I guess you could argue is true. Like if you don't write, are you a writer? Is it an identity or is it a discipline? Like if I don't practice my instrument, am I still a musician? That's what we're going to talk about. So one of the big things I was reflecting on during my writing hiatus was the fact that writing every day might just not be the thing you need to do every season. It's hard for me to even say that because writing is like exercising, it's like playing an instrument, it's like any other skill you want to build. The more you do it, theoretically, if you're doing it in a good way and you're getting feedback and you're learning from people who are better than you, you're going to get better at it. So not writing every day always makes me think, well, I'm not going to get any better at this. I'm stagnating, essentially. But I was reflecting on that in this season because I just found I could not write. Writing just felt like a chore, which led me to my next reflection, which was that it is very challenging, at least for me, to write creatively when I'm also writing so much for work. If any of y'all are professional copywriters too, let me know if you have the same experience, but I just find it is so hard after I've spent hours and hours and hours during the day writing copy to even sit at my computer and open a document. I don't even want to think about words anymore once I'm done with work. So overall, the first thing this writing break made me think about was the fact that writing every day sometimes just isn't the thing we need to be doing in a season. The second thing I was thinking about was how it is kind of extra challenging, at least for me, when I write every day for work and then try to write creatively. The third thing I was thinking about while I was taking my writing break was that I don't want my creative writing to feel like a chore. And when it starts to feel like a chore, I stop doing it. Things like NaNoWriMo and writing every day and having to meet certain goals, it can kind of take the fun out of writing. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say that because I'm all about setting goals, and those things are important. I love a goal. How many times am I going to say that in this video? I love goals. But I think there needs to be a balance. And one thing I've learned about goal setting during this time is that you need to adjust how you're making goals depending on the season that you're in your life. Maybe you don't need to set humongous writing goals for yourself. What I've found now with writing is that I kind of treat it in my mind the same way I treat my work writing. So for work, I'm able to churn out a project in about 45 minutes to an hour and it's complete and ready to go. It's finished, it's done. So I kind of feel like if I'm not keeping up with that same timeline with my creative projects, I'm not doing as well. I want to be able to write a story quickly in an hour and have it fully ready to go and send out to a publisher. That doesn't make any sense. It'd be nice if that could happen. That would be great. So I'm trying to think through ways that I can kind of separate the work writer from the creative writer again and create different expectations for my creative writing. I think as a copywriter, you learn and are trained to write quickly. And as a creative writer, I don't want to write quickly. The best writing I do is done slowly. And I think creativity shouldn't be rushed because then it just isn't as good. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think your writing's better when you're able to crank out some words really fast, or do you like to take it slow as well? So if you're like me and you took a break from writing for a while, or you're in a writing slump and you just don't know how to get out of it, let's talk about a few ways that maybe we could move forward more productively. So this is one thing I would suggest. It's worked really well for me with other habits, mostly things like going to the gym, which I really love to do, but sometimes it's just hard to motivate yourself to do it. So hopefully this will work for you and me as we get back into writing more regularly. But it's breaking down your goals into very, very small little bits. Tiny, tiny little pieces. So basically when you're breaking down your goals, you want to think about what is the smallest, easiest, simplest thing I can do that's related to this goal. So for instance, if I say to myself, I want to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and write for an hour before I start anything else. So there's something in me that's like, that sounds horrible to me right now, even though I would love to write more. That sounds like another job I have to do. So if you're setting a goal for yourself and you notice internally that you're kind of like, oh my God, that sounds awful, take note of that and then adjust your goal. So instead of saying, okay, I'm going to get up for an hour every morning and I'm going to write, in some seasons, that has worked really well for me and I've flourished with that. This is not the season because I can tell, because I react to it like it's horrible. So how can I break that down? I'm going to make it really easy for myself. First, I take it from every day to maybe 1 day a week. I like kind of a rhythmic routine to my week. So maybe I'd start with 2 days a week or 3 days a week. So let's say Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, I wake up early and then I go and I sit in my writing chair for half an hour. That's it. All I have to do is sit there. I bring my notebook and I sit there and I think about writing. And that's my goal. Get up, sit in the chair for half an hour, think about writing. It doesn't feel as daunting to me. It doesn't feel as overwhelming. This is what I do when I am not feeling like going to the gym or I'm trying to get back into a workout routine. I'll say, okay, you don't have to go work out for an hour. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is put your gym shoes on. All you have to do is go sit in the car, And then by the time I've done those things, I'm like, well, I might as well do a full workout. And it just gets me into the routine, but it breaks it down, breaks my ultimate goal down into something that feels more attainable. And then that leads to more. So if I go and I sit in my writing chair for half an hour and I think about writing, odds are I'm probably gonna make a few notes in my notebook, or I might feel inspired by an idea and start writing that down, or I might pick up a writing book and read something encouraging. You don't know where it'll lead, but it's a much more manageable goal for my brain to be like, okay, I can do that. I can accomplish that today. Other smaller goals I might make for myself are, okay, I'm gonna get up, sit down for half an hour and just edit 1 page of a story that I've already written. That's it, just 1 page, that's all. Not gonna do anything more than that, and that's gonna be a win for me. So I'd encourage you, if you're feeling stuck with your own writing or overwhelmed by your goals, try breaking them down into the smallest, most manageable actions you can. So those are just some of the things I've been thinking about and some of the ways I think I'm going to move forward with my writing. I hope it's helpful for you if you're also in a writing slump. I mean, if you've also taken a break from writing. Hopefully this will show you an effective way to break your goals down so that you can get back on track and into a routine. But just know this, if you've taken a break from writing or are in a writing slump, maybe you need it. Maybe you need a break. That's okay. I don't think we actually have to write every day in order to get better at our craft, but it's important to know when our break is becoming so long that it's like, okay, are we ever gonna write again? So just ask yourself, do I need this time off? Can I give myself this time off? If you're feeling the pressure to write every day, just know that you might be in a season where you need to take a little time off. But if you don't like taking that time off and you want to keep writing, how can you work it into your schedule in a way that is actually motivating and feels good for you? And if you've just been lazy this whole time and taking a break off for no reason, that's a whole different story. We don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. No. So that's my story. That's my story. Yep. We're going to get back into it. It's going to happen. Making small goals. Sit in my writing chair. That's it. Who knows where that'll lead? I don't know. Probably just some writing. Let's hope so. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful in some capacity. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, definitely do so. We have a lot of talks like this about how to think through different parts of the writing process. And if that's something you're interested in, you don't want to miss it. So I hope you have a great day and happy writing. See you next time.